They're going to start things out with aggression. Rain is pushing down, and virtus.pro has no idea just yet. Flashbang a little bit is going to force him away. Yekendar's looking backwards. Oh, and there's the peek, but Rain knows his target's at ramp. They lose all the duels and twists. He's feeling lonely. Brokey steps up next, and finally he gets something done. But is it enough to recover?
Not enough yet. Olaf's backing up because he knows that you've got Emo and Nubox positions at this point and no boost. So Brokey's going to be stuck in the corner after the shot, nearly stepped around the fountain in the wrong position, but now he holds off of the pillar, and Kerrigan gets brought through. Goes directly into the smoke, knowing his teammates have him distracted, and between the two smokes, it is going to be Kerrigan that finds his way between and beyond. Although, enough time they could go back to B if they wanted, but I don't think it'll be by way of a split, and I think it'll be in desperation if they don't find picks here. They still want to take the site directly, and Olaf, his timing does get Yekender, but missed one that already slid by, so they have to be aware of it. Brokey checks it instead. The AWP makes no mistake, and he's got coverage behind as they rotate into the ward library. All the focus goes toward exactly where Buster remains. No bomb plant, 5-1 FaZe. Yeah, this is huge. They don't know that he's here. They haven't used utility either. He gets one through the wall. Got away with it because that could have been a huge lineup, but Kerrigan will play off of it. Problem now is he has to get back inside of the site at some point safely. Smoke went deep and desperate, and Kerrigan actually knows that might give him a chance. And an opportunity and an op staring him down. James, low HP 20. In fact, could have been clipped by a stray from that Galil at that point in time, but nearly caught Kerrigan himself as he jumped up rather boldly to face the site.
Well, this duel is everything. This is, if Brokey goes down here, Flick can find this kill. If Brokey sees it, oh yeah.
Shot out, Kerrigan is able to get Yekender falling back. He's aware that James wants to come out from boiler position. Kerrigan will go down, and all the bodies are at the top side of mid underneath the BMW.
And he's going to play passive and stay alive.
So Rain waits to give Olaf some space. No smoke directly in front of him. Flash out. Does that give the peek toward Graveyard? No. And it's Buster that waits above with the deagle in hand. As Rain slides down that wall, his head becomes quite the valuable target. Brokey, however, spots it up. Good positioning to get back around with the Tech 9. AWP still in that position, has Flit down below to worry about as he's picked up that gun himself. And Kicker gone. He's got it all to do. Misses the first shot. That should spell the end of him, and it does. Olaf gets the kill. And again, that's why you waited.
At all the Molotovs in the sky.
Well, the nade's going down to try and deter and disarm, but it's not going to work. They walk right by those, and Kerrigan blinded up. Couldn't get the shot, but Rain is the one that's elevated above, and so much damage as well onto Flit. The problem now is Brokey's also smoked off and found inside of that smoke by an AK. The AWP can't do much, and they'll try and force the issue. They'll try and push the matter. They've got lots of money on this FaZe side. They've been efficient. They're going to go, but the gun barrel shows. Easy shot for Flit, and it's Twist that at least gets him back. AK-47, let's go. He's not going to pull a James. And perhaps he'll rely on his aim, as Yekender is the one to find at new boxes. Couple of taps. He could just take them down with the bomb. That would be beneficial in this situation as well, because the money is set for deep incendiary as well. They may not know Kicker is this close, especially with smoke being... Yep, exactly that, Kicker. That is perfect, especially with that deep smoke being deployed to extinguish the flames. That was just enough of a tell to say, actually, we don't have any banana. Sorry, guys, we're not...
He's a little bit sloppy there, not realizing someone had pushed up towards the half wall. They never even cleared it. Rain and Kerrigan go down for free, and it's a free plant, a free round for virtus.pro. A third one on the board, so fighting back now. FaZe get... They want to go for an explosion. All 5 players from virtus.pro here. They're going to turn this corner. They're probably going to beat this Molotov as well.
Has to throw it close, but Kicker's already by. Flashed up, no shot back from CT. Rain got a little bit of damage in, but Kerrigan staying alive. How is he still alive? They're going to go through the smoke side. No, they're not. I thought they were just going to rush him down through the smoke side, expecting that he would be looking the other direction. Instead, though, they do take him down by way of execution style on the entrance of the site. Rain trying to do what he can. Knows that AWP is sticking off of James' back, and bomb not planted. Dropped down over the ledge as well. It sits in water as Flit responds in terms of kills, but not in terms of impact, because with that bomb down, they've got to put Buster in that position. 51 seconds is an ample amount of time, and it means more time as that bomb will be conceded that Olaf can get on the flank. Flit goes hunting, however, and he spots him up first. AK through the wall, damaging that nade, menacing. As Flit goes down to 34, they're going to know he's weak, and they're going to hold him and contain him at the top of Banana. 3 players at this point. They can force the issue all day long. Olaf's low on HP, though. He doesn't want to go too early, and Flit's almost going to pre-fire. That's actually pretty smart. He baits out a few steps, tries to hold his attention. AWP in position. Double scopes it. obviously had an inkling that they were going to be there. Probably Rain even would have heard that and heard the stuttering of the steps that he was going to peek, so absolutely ready was Kerrigan, and Rain through the smoke will take down Yakinder as well. Yakinder's up to 7 kills. He's been doing much better to find the entries this game now that Virtus.pro have come alive, but another round that FaZe has a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing now is, well, actually, Kerrigan was pushed out with the AWP. He could have stuck around if he wanted, and Rain could have rotated away, but with low HP, they'll boost him up. Allows Kerrigan to be a little bit mobile, even dropping the Molotov over to Rain for if a hit does come in eventually. 3-on-3 here at the A-bomb site. 20 seconds on the clock. This is definitely the finishing move for Virtus.pro. And Twist is going to defend inside the bomb site. Olaf deep, but the flashbangs are perfect. Flit can't get the follow-up. And again, Olaf, this position, stay alive, lure them in. That might be a bit much from Brokey, but Olaf is still going to get one. And into a 2-on-1 we go. Oh, but no bomb plant, not in time. And James is forced to save, even with one final kill.
Yeah, and this one's not his fault. He did try and go for that bomb plant. Time ran out on Virtus.pro, however.
Olaf delay tactics with the utility is going to allow Brokey to get into the bomb site, and now he holds on to Pit. A crossfire setup if you want to come up lane, and Rain is going to take the advantage to start pushing, but ooh, he's not going to hide. He wants to fight. Now falling back, and now he's got a flashbang to toss out as well. Going for the follow-up peek, he's taken, but Twist is still here.
Twist's backing off. It's going to be under pressure. Rotation's going in both directions, though, so it'll lock on Banana. In they go. James even with them. Double kill from Twist. Down goes the bomb as he holds true with the M4. Trying to get utility out, though. James will sneak around. No saving this time. He's surrounded, and he'll go down to all.
Nobody in double digits for the Virtus.pro side of things. And no bodies from Virtus.pro in Banana making noise. So yeah, here's the Halls pop.
So Olaf again, though, that waits inside of the pit. Flash did catch out Brokey inside sight. Second one caught Olaf, so they were both out of position. And that's just enough for an opening, but Brokey tries to rotate it around. It's Kicker that gets the kill on him through the pillar. That was brilliant timing of just the flashes. And in go Virtus.pro. A much quicker pace. 35 seconds. Bomb's going to be planted. Could have potentially justified one going Banana strictly to get that gun that was down inside a boiler. Nonetheless, it's on to James. They go with no utility, and the round ends. And so to the half at 10-5. Virtus.pro clawing back from that 7-1 deficit. Remember, though,
Flit's going to go passive. Olaf hears the footsteps in lane, and he's calling it out for the moment. They are going to get into good position. Flit over in Graveyard. Actually not secured. He's caught out in the open. That's a mistake. That's mispositioning from Flit. And that's going to likely cost them the pistol. Now they're in for a very, very tough retake.
Brokey puts the bomb down on top of the sights. They'll fall back inside of pits. Leave Kerrigan to be a little bit forward toward Boiler. Makes contact already with James, who's working around from Arch. So they know that they're going to be at least pushing top mid. Olaf will spot the cross. No stunning shots as they run out just yet, but information is good enough as they trap them. They try and caress them in toward this beautiful setup, this trap, but that smoke is enough. Although James, running through it, still has Rain to contend with, jumping up above it, and now they'll slaughter through the smoke as Brokey, where Brokey and the bomb. Sounds like a sweet duet cover band. Maybe not even covers. There we go. That's what James wants. No support, though. He doesn't even have the rifle to come out. If he did that time, Rain would have been slow enough to react. It surely would have gone down. He'll lock James in, expects support to arrive, and Kicker does, and makes no mistake on it. And now the bomb comes back around. It's Brokey and Twist in a 2 versus 5, and they don't have any control of pits. It's a slaughter. It's going to be Virtus.pro with all 5 players staying up to go 13-6.
I think James' flashbang actually pegged Rain as he... Ooh, fast-paced. Rain's going to lead the way up. This is an execute from deep. They're going to go right at Rap side. James got that. Looking for a follow-up flashbang, but his teammate was blind. His teammate didn't have the opportunity to support him. That was Flit who had to call off the play. James was looking for a follow-up peek, but he couldn't get the resources he needed. Now Olaf being put into play. That's a brilliant flash from Kerrigan. It goes in the other direction, and this is so stunning from FaZe, and boy, do they deserve this round win. James in the back of the bomb site can do nothing, and Yakinder has evened things out in a 2-on-2.
The nade's going to go in, though. Twist already low. That'll do damage onto him. It's he and Brokey versus Yakinder and Buster. I'm not sure how confident they are of this, but they're going to try. Smoke goes down, bounces too far. It'll let them sneak down the far side of the wall, but that might be too obvious as Brokey already staring at the wide side of it. There's 2 flashes on the CT side. They've got the opening kill. It's all on the Twist. Yakinder's going to find him as well. Just clean peeks. Kit down beside the bomb, but he's got one anyway. So straight defuse. Actually, he didn't have one. He gave it over to his teammate who did, and then realized there was one right beside him. But nonetheless, they've got it. Too early. I'm not sure Yakinder knows. He's got to the tree.
He knows their only option is to push down mid. That's why you see the op rotating away. This is going to be tough for the defense. Yakindar just hoping he's not going to be cleared, not going to be checked, at least not for the first one, but they know his position now. Buster's got one deep, turns it into a one-front battle, and Virtus.pro handling it well until just then. But there's the flank down mid. That's why you push mid instead of clearing CT spawn. And Olaf's left in a 1 versus 3.
22 seconds. Back corner would have been safe, but James gets back to CT, and you're right, staying alive was the right call. Cover off anyone coming out of balcony toward the pit.
Not a lot of utility for FaZe either. Enough. They've got a smoke. They've got 2 flashbangs. There's for small pit. Here it comes. All about these entries off balcony. Kerrigan's going to lead the way. He drops into pit, but Flit's here ready and waiting. He's not at the broken wall. And now the rest of VP, they just use that gap to push up into aggressive positions, and it's a slaughter.
Yeah, that one was, I think, too obvious that it was going
to the Virtus.pro side is at the moment they don't need to be super concerned. I mean, you're always somewhat concerned about your money, but yeah, with another buy behind him with James with that much cash, you're not worried about getting broken or reset. Yakindar, good push, good transfer over, great damage through the smoke, but Brokey just stays alive barely. Kerrigan's going to come through. That's a deagle. I think he regrets that. I think he gets through the smoke all happy and then realizes it's exactly what VP wanted. 5 on 3.
Incendiary down will hold Rain off for a moment. And even though it's not deep control of Banana, they're going to back off it and stack the site instead because they don't want to. Well, they don't really have a whole lot, to be fair, but they don't want to use any more utility. Buster has rotated away. He's got a smoke. That's over on the A side of the map. James has the other. And he's here this time, but he wants the clean shot, clean vision, as the AWP will get the first. He now drops the smoke, and with 49 seconds left, Olaf and Brokey are going to try and get away from this one. I think probably even just call the save. I know it seems early, but 5 on to 2, and as we mentioned, the money is starting to get really out of hand. This is going to put Virtus.pro pretty much in a situation to buy for what, three, maybe 4 rounds, depending on how those play out. But it would only be 2 that they could lose in succession anyway, Jason. So they're fine for the rest of the game, essentially.
Yeah, they're well, yeah. It could get interesting, but certainly at the moment it's all good. FaZe can lose some rounds with getting 3-4 kills and grind it down that way, but yeah, they're fine. All 5 players alive, and this is going to tick away. So 14-11. And FaZe really not having, I mean, look, they have that 1 round.
And the problem is this setup, again, is similar. Now, this time they don't have Buster that's rotated over, so chance they can try and expose James. He's a bit aware of that as well, so he wants to get utility down to support his teammates. Goes back out, should have a shot here. Clean and easy on Kerrigan, and he knows not to re-peek because he knows they're going to be pushing around.
He's got to hurry.
He does have to hurry. He's going to be in the open, and Rain gets the shot at him clean. That gives Twist the access. Flick goes down. There's the fights you were talking about. And even though it goes to a 2-on-2, it's Twist that turns and catches Yakinder. Kid Canuck does it once again with 2 kills in the round. Brokey has 1, and it's all down to Buster. As Brokey on the AWP will stay on top of the site, Twist will get in immediately beside him to potentially try and play this in succession and go for the trade. Buster, he's got a kit, but he has no utility to work with. And he's going to wrap the arch side, looking for where Twist may have gone. This will eliminate most instances that he stayed back toward Library, that he's gone toward the site, but Buster's going to have to get his move on because Bomb is already in the duration of which the defuse would need to occur, and Twist gets the shot.
Which they didn't have a whole lot of utility, a whole lot of tools to play with. And now it's backs against the wall. Now it's got to be 4 rounds straight for Virtus.pro. And remember what the desk said, Virtus.pro, for whatever reason, just so hard to put away in these scenarios. I think Rain's been spotted. Flit's going to push up aggressively to find that kill.
Flit the fire starter. He gets the kill already in this round. So remember, he just stepped in before this event. A bit of a gap in the defense. It has to be exposed.
This could be tough for James. This could be a 1 and done if they decide to turn this corner. Smoke for left side mid. James gonna have a tough decision to make after the first shot. Oh, and he missed it. Now it gets even more difficult. Oh, he misses another one. And now they've got the wide angle. He finally does take down Twist, but all the pressure on Flit.
So Twist gone, but you're right, Flit is alone, at least for the moment. Now they've got a player rotating already in toward Library. That's going to be Kickert, and he knows he needs to go early. There's no smoke down to cover his gap, his line of sight, and Olaf's caught as a result. Brokey will put the bomb in position. No money left over for FaZe. virtus.pro would buy a few rounds with this, and Brokey trying to get an angle. Doesn't hit the first. Fires at the box. They know they're approaching. He's got to be worried about the smoke behind, as Flit will eventually come out from the pit and take him down. Tournament. It's been so fun to watch, but that is brutal. The fast pace, that's inspiring though.
Listen, that was a great way to have a dangerous element with a very low buy. Remember, Matt, this is kind of what I touched on. One of the ways FaZe, you can grind down that economy, and they've got a very awkward situation for virtus.pro. A couple players low on cash. Even in a losing effort, if they can get enough kills, it might deplete some of the resources for the final round to help FaZe close it out. But they've got a 5-on-4, and now they hit the go signal.
They hit the go, but slowed down by the flames. Twist wants to go through it. Takes a tap from that Molotov. They know they're close. That means Buster wants to swing, but Twist looks away from the flash. And James has actually blinded up his teammate slightly in that process. I don't think he was fully blinded, but it still won't help the cause, as James, stuck inside the smoke, has everything in front of him, but nothing he can see, as Kerrigan will not only put the bomb down, he'll depart for Banana. Now he's low on HP, so he's looking for information, of which there will be none to find, and that in itself says all they need to know, as Twist and Rain will stack themselves at the coffins, trying to find the trade, at the very least. The close angle. The flash is perfect. Rain's got to fire into it. Twist is blind as well, and Rain now, he's running out of ammo. He's only got 5 left, and that is a solid execution to get back in the site, but they have forgotten about one man, and it's the man who nearly won it in the last round as he fires toward the bomb. Kerrigan needs to support him. He hasn't gone yet, but Olaf makes amends for the last one, and it's now 16-13 FaZe take Inferno.
Oh, that got so tough. FaZe, they just find the way at the end, and that's Kerrigan, the in-game leader, picking up the pace. And the round previously, and that one is just like, look, we got the advantage. We got a 5-on-4. We got to pick at the B bomb site. Let's just go. Let's not over